night, so I'm not quite sure how all this is going to play out, but I've been really sick. Actually tested negative for COVID, but I would have swore that I had it, although I know the testing isn't completely 100% accurate. I had not taken Contrave. I was actually trying to be off of it, and I've been sick since Thanksgiving. So what's today? Today's December 10th. I still had some Contrave left, and I kind of had enough of feeling, I felt so down in the dumps, unmotivated, just no energy. Everything I thought, like, oh, why don't I do this? And I'd think, what's the point? Everything was so negative, and I was trying really hard not to be. It's really hard to explain. If you've been in my position, I know you're gonna know what I'm talking about. So last night before I went to bed, I've had enough of myself. I really have had enough. And I thought, I still have some Contrave left. I remember how amazing I felt on it. I thought, I'm taking it. I'm to that point where I'm so desperate to get out of this funk, to just be able to do something, anything in a day and feel like happy that it's today. So I took one last night and I took one this morning, and I am not kidding you. It's like Frosty's magic hat brought me to life. I had lost my taste and my smell, which I know that's a COVID symptom, but actually that happens to me when I get a cold every time. I tasted my dinner tonight for the first time in 2 weeks. When I told my doctor I wanted to be off of the Contrave, she said, well, why don't we try just doing the bupropion, which is one of the medicines that's in Contrave, or Wellbutrin is the brand name. So I had tried that actually for, I don't even know, long enough to know that it wasn't doing anything for me. Didn't feel like it was doing anything for my mood. I felt like I was still slipping. I have a call into my doctor because now I'm thinking, well, I have, like, of course, here's me counting. Oh my gosh, I feel like, I'm counting the pills going, okay, how long can I at least feel good until she either gives me a refill or says, no, I can't have a refill. I don't know. My brain's kind of going all over the place right now because I'm excited, because it's been really, really bad for me for a solid 2 weeks. And if I'm sick of myself, I know my whole household is just like, please do something, because, and I feel bad, like I know it. And this is how I felt before I started the Contrave, like a year ago or more than a year ago when I first started it. I had just had enough, and I'm like, I cannot feel like this every day. I have thoughts that, like, I want to do things, but then as soon as I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get up and do whatever, I'm just like, what's the point? What is that? And then I get mad at myself for thinking, why am I thinking that? Just do it anyway. And then I end up just not doing anything, and I just feel like a big lump. I'll keep you guys posted, but this is, I'm not going to call it a magic pill, but it's a magic pill. Okay. All right. Mentos versus Diet Coke. What?
Get out of the way!
Whoa!
Whoa! Wait, is all my Diet Coke gone now? I'm gonna put more in there and see what happens.
Well, hold on, let it go down first.
Yeah, in mine there's still some more. I'm gonna see what happens if I put this many. 4. Let's see what happens. Will it even do? It won't do it.
No, because it's already down from the top. So I guess that was a little uninteresting. A 2-second volcano. Whee! case you were wondering. That's the Diet Coke Mentos Volcano.
Eat my stick. That's right, you better run. I'm gonna shoot you. Hey, can I? What have you? Set it up. Hashtag down with Diet Coke. Hashtag down with Diet Coke. Diet Coke in my hair.
Okay, so I talked to my doctor, and she is like, yeah, I think it's a really good idea to go back to the Contrave. The difference this time for me is going to be I don't necessarily need to be on the full dose. In fact, I'm going to try not to be on the full dose for multiple reasons. One being it's expensive. If you have been on Contrave, you know that. And for two, I just don't think I need to be on the full dose. I'm using it now, I think, more than ever for a mood stabilizer. It's not necessarily for weight loss, although I'm hoping that also happens again, because I pretty much gained back everything from when I first started it. If you watched my very first video on Contrave, and I lost like 30 pounds in 6 weeks or whatever it was. It's okay though. I'm taking a little bit different approach, but I really can't believe the difference it makes for me. My mood is just, I mean, it was almost like overnight. I keep saying it's like I put Frosty's hat on, put the Contrave hat on, and it was like, la, it came to life. So we're gonna see how this goes, but I was really happy that she kind of agreed that it seemed to agree with me. So the small side effects I thought I was having because of it, and one of the reasons why I stopped taking it, she said doesn't necessarily mean it was from that. It's hard to tell. My hair was getting a little weird, so I've always had really pretty healthy hair, and I was having just, I don't know, the texture was wrong, and it just felt really dry and damaged. And so let me know in the comments if you guys are on Contrave, if you have problems with your hair. I'm just curious if that was just a coincidence or if that's kind of a thing. I also had a couple moments of, I don't want to use the word vertigo because it's not like that serious, and I don't necessarily want to say dizziness, but I guess a little spacey, more unbalanced, I guess. I had a couple episodes, and one of them was shortly after really long dental work, so my dentist thought it might be, I was in there for like 2 hours because I had my regular cleaning. Then I am in the process of getting my mercury fillings replaced, so I had like one side done. And so anyway, she thought the dizziness might be from being reclined in the chair and kind of that equilibrium thing with the inner ear and all that. And then I had another slight one maybe a couple weeks later than that. So anyway, all that combined, I thought, you know what, maybe I just don't need the Contrave. Well, I need the Contrave. I've pretty much resigned to the fact that I just feel like I do need something, and I'm coming to terms with it. Also, let me know if you guys struggle to be on a medicine, because I just don't want to be on one. The last 2 weeks were so horrible for me, and more than just getting over a cold or whatever it is, my mood, I mean, I just couldn't stand myself. And if it's between taking a medicine and maintaining a daily happiness or going through that, I think I just have to do the medicine, and I'm coming to terms with it. It's okay. I understand it's there for a reason, and even though I do oils, it's not like all or nothing, and I've kind of talked about that before. If you need something, you need something, and everybody's different. So yeah, that's my update. I will keep you guys posted with the Contrave, and I'm curious to see how you guys are doing, if you're still taking it, if you're on it, if you're starting it. So let me know. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.